Hello. Hopefully this week working. Hello. No one's here yet. Is anybody out there? To be fair, I can see why people might not want to turn up to this one. I honestly wouldn't blame anyone. Hey X, how's it going? I have a second screen again. It's a little baby one. Because it turns out ultra-wide monitors are shit at they're shit at splitting the screen into two. So, hey Matthew. Well, I mean, I'd rather go for something less permanent, if possible. Yeah, it's kind of not in the place that's most optimal. It's kind of down a level from my main monitor, but hey, that's how it's worked out. Playtech, and yeah, pretty much. Oh boy, are you guys in for some shite? Utter shite today. Utter garbage. The utterness of this garbage is immeasurable. Just textbook garbage. And it's not just going to be TekWar. Oh no. Oh nice. Maybe quite. Yeah, it's sort of a just sensory confusion is how I would describe the experience. Now I played your Doom WOD. It was certainly a big maze. That much is apparent. It definitely gave me those D-Zone vibes. I should play D-Zone on the stream at some point. Maybe I should stop talking about like what I should stream. I seem to do that all the time. It is bad though. DP, to be honest, I didn't have fun at first, and then I quick loaded, and then I did have fun. I had to see what happened if I didn't have fun, you see. And hey, if you like a bit of Doom, next week I'm playing my map that I did for Ramp, the Doom community project, and other maps as well. So hey, there'll be a time. I had fun in the end, yeah. I just had to explore all the possibility spectrum of fun. No one else has any idea what we're talking about. DP did a community project WOD as well, a different one to the one I did, where people make bad shovelware maps, sort of bad on purpose, in the style of those CDs that promise 500 great levels for Doom. That he did a map, and there's a, you know what, I'll just play it next week along with the Ramp maps. It might be easier to it'll be easy to explain that way. You just, oh okay. So someone responded. And I almost sort of responded out loud, even though it wasn't in the actual chat. Shall we get going then? Or shall I just like put it off for a bit, because I don't really want to play these games. Ah, we're in for some shite. Oh, okay, the music ended. That's a good time to start then, I suppose. First up is some garbage. Will it come up? I don't know if it will, because
Hey,
hey Sport.
What's the word?
Oh, it's not coming up. Oh, it came up way. Oh, now it's fucked up. I like alt tapped out and now it's all fucked up. Give me a sec. Oh, it's captured my mouse. Oh, it's all going wrong. You can probably hear my dog, yes. She barks. TekWar should be. It's got FMV of William Shatner in it. Obligatory disclaimer that William Shatner's a twat now, but you know. But hey. Right, let's wait for it to appear. Yes, this is Operation Bodycount. Let's wait for it to come up. Hopefully it does. Come on. You can do it. Come on. There you go. Come on. Or maybe he always was. Oh, I don't... He's just... He has like old person opinions now. I know. Let's just... let's set it to display capture. Hey! That works. Maybe. Wait, is this capturing... I think this is capturing my whole ultra-wide screen. That might not be the best. Because it's all tiny. God damn it. Sorry, I hadn't... Well, hold on. I know what to do. Oh no! It's my desktop! Ah! Okay. Right, so... Yeah, this is a hella wide. It's the widest. It won't capture on display capture then. That's weird. I think you saw the... That's gross. No. No, thank you. Even if you meet with the teachers, it's gross. Oh god. I should have like made sure this all works. GOG.com, Operation Bodycount. Oh no, which output works with streaming? Is it Surface? Does Surface work? Let's try it. Sorry about this, everyone. Stupid DOS box. Oh hey. No. Come on. Oh, that's no good. It's bloody actual size. Look at this shit. Does it? I wonder if this works, just so I can show you how stupid this is now. Okay, game capture's not working. Look at this shit. How am I supposed to work with that? Stupid DOS box. Come on. Sorry about this. D-draw maybe. Oh, overlay. No, entirely. To be honest, it would probably be an improvement to the graphics. Right. D-draw. Does D-draw work? Come on. Please work. Fucking, it's captured DOS bots before. What's wrong with it? Why is it being a shithead? Oh. I swear this is not on purpose. But yeah, at like a funny angle, just like the old days. Is there like a graphics setup? Sometimes you can access the graphics options. They do a little setup program. No. Okay. DOSBox output options. Help. There's overlay. Maybe overlay will work. Let's try that. Shit. Oh, it's all blurriness this time. Why isn't any of the options working? I've bloody captured DOSBox before. What the fuck? I could go with that, but it's like, oh, it's too like, it's taking the wideness as well, and I didn't really want it to. Well, it was at OpenGL first, and that wasn't having it. I'll try putting it back. Because when I like alt-tabbed away, it worked for like a second, which was weird. Right, let's... OpenGL should work. I know, what if... Right, I'm going to sort out my display capture and do it that way. Sorry about this, everyone. Sensible people would make sure it works first, but... You know, not sensible. Center horizontal. Right, there we go. Yeah, professional stream. Let's start it again. Oh no, that's not good, is it? That just... I've just stretched my chat overlay and not that. Oh, fucking hell. I stretched the wrong thing. I'm doing well here. This is a good stream, this. I stretched the stream elements instead of the thing, which is really clever. Hey, maybe that will work for now. Right. I mean, it does, but you have to fiddle with it. Why the heck wouldn't it work now? It's literally display capture. That always works with everything. Suddenly that's not working. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Literally not working at all, that. Oh, and now it's all fucked. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I could do a window, maybe. It does default to full screen. Why doesn't display capture work then? Does that come up when I... That literally does nothing now, that. Absolutely nothing on there. Completely gone. Nothing at all.
What a shame.
Well, we've got a window. Let's try window capture. Window. It works. Incredible. Yes. Amazing. Whoever would have imagined.
Results have been incredible.
Standard audio, please. Single player, please. This is not going to be worth it, by the way. Oh yeah. I take that back. Oh no. We got sound. Look at this FFV. Can you hear the music? Of course it's foreign troops. Gotta shoot those foreigners. Well, you're not missing much. It's Garbo. Hold on. Also, my volume controls don't work on my Stream Deck, so that's double the fun. Love that. It's something to do with my WebSocket. Oh, we got all wow, it's all mouse control. That's crazy. Everything's so quiet. Good. Is the sound okay for you? I do have my volume down a bit, so. I mean, the music's terrible, but. Oh, we got view size. Oh, that's really descriptive, that. I'm glad it's in that format. And look at this. Game type. 1, 2, 3, R, N, T, M. Yeah, there we go. What game should we play? Should we play 1? Game 1? Game 2? Game 3? Game R? There could be, like, reverse, neutral. This must be like a car from East Europe. Put it in H. High scores. Remember when games had high scores? Wow. Here we go. Get ready. Oh yeah. Funky music. Oh no. We can increase the speed. We need more cycles. There we go. Yep, this is what this looks like. This is by Capstone software. This is Operation Bodycount, but we will learn about the TekWar. Maybe this is the TekWar as well. How did they make Wolfenstein so slow? Like, Wolfenstein's a really fast engine. Like, that's impressive. In a way. I'm trying to figure out the floor and ceiling texture. It's like... It seems to be split into squares so they can do different textures, which is cool. But then the actual textures just seem like 2D patterns. I don't think you can see it on the ceiling there. Oh, this is awful. Oh, I got an Uzi or some ammo for it. So I'm not the biggest fan of Wolf 3D. It's pretty repetitive. But goddamn do I wish this was Wolfenstein 3D. Yeah, it's very varied. It's like every step is a whole new world. We keep sort of turning back on ourselves as well. Oh look, a health. Oh, there we go. Maybe this is new. It's honestly quite hard to tell. Have we got a map? Oh yeah, we got a map, look. But inexplicably it only shows the sort of quadrant we're in. Hey look, there's like a gap there. Why is there a gap there? Who knows? Maybe it's a mistake. Yeah, what they've done, I don't know if you can see it, is that a sprite or... No, I think it's like a no, it is a sprite. It's just a bunch of archway sprites. I couldn't tell if it was like a flat texture or a sprite, but... So are the rats, are they these foreign invaders that they're on about? Because I mean, I think there's probably better ways of getting rid of rats. Like you can get fumigators and stuff. Hey, look at how the blood splatters stay on the screen. Well, you know, it's New York or whatever. Where was it set? I can't remember. Wait, it said exit. Where's the exit? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Shit. That'll be why. It's honestly difficult to... Wait. Wasn't there a side? Oh. Okay, so that's not the exit then? That's just heading back. Everything looks the same. Oh, there it is. Oh. Wow. That was like Resident Evil, that was. I like how it we climbed a ladder and it looked like we were going to go on the street. No, it's more sewers. Or caves, or whatever these are. Look how badly scaled the gun is as well. Why would they... why would they make this gun look how it does and the hands? Why would they look at this and go, right, yeah, that's good, we'll do that. We'll keep it like that and we'll release this game in this state. That's a good idea. Why is there normal light fittings? Look, they look like something you'd see in a swanky office or something. I wonder if we'll get to see any other enemy. Presumably we will. Can we get more cycles on this? No, that's the wrong one. Cycles. Oh, there's mouse control. But there's no WASD, so that's a bit better. Health and safety gone mad. They're leaving the rats behind for some reason. It's usually health and safety would get rid of rats, but these guys have other plans, I guess. Oh no! What's this? Why is it like this? You can tell these maps are horrible just from the map screen on the left. Yeah, you thought, I know it'll be good, instead of seeing some brown, seeing some green. Oh no! Not that green. Oh, a flak jacket. Nice. But, even just from the map on the left there, it's like, oh, clearly they just scribbled a bit on the map editor. Oh. That was a weird noise. Tunnel of snot, yes. Wait, so this must be the way... What? Is Was there a goop monster? I bet there was a goop monster. Jesus, he gooped me good. He gooped me something fierce. Is there an exit round here somewhere? No, there's hell. Stream was lagging. Jeez. Well, you didn't miss much. Either way. It said that was like the exit, but I guess not. This music's really good. Yeah, this is proper shit and all. Look, you can even see the shit on my screen at the moment. Splattered on me, on my visor, I guess. So that's the other side of that. Oh, W clears it. Oh. Oh, I wanted a really terrible, like, cloth animation. To see him wiping it off. That would have been good. Like, really gross looking hands come up and wipe it off. That's what I wanted. Can't even give me that. Just magically disappears. Oh, I can disable those goods. Hey, look how much better that looks. Wow. I mean, it's not great. But also, like, shouldn't we experience it in, like, true shitty mode? Like, we need the full shit experience, I think. Yeah, we need to have this in like, we need to experience this at its very worst. Ooh. So the reason this runs so much like shit is the floor and ceiling patterns, which look terrible anyway. That's good to know. Yeah, I hope I can just disable the graphics. Map thermosensor. What does that mean? Is that like secret doors and stuff? Oh, okay, that's... Yeah, it does seem like a weird... Because, like, it's not even a texture, it's like a... I don't know how to describe it, it's just strange. Oh, does that just show up enemies then? Yeah, it does. Oh, there's a slime on the ground. I feel like we've been to all of these, down all these lines. Where'd I go? Oh, it's fucking right there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I tried upping the cycles and it didn't help a lot. Oh wow, look at this. Oh, wow. Yeah, these are definitely just 2D sprites, look. Wow. Oh, is this exclusive to the CD version? I got whatever GOG.com has That's the one I've got. It did say CD music, but I chose MIDI for maximum shitness. Although maybe the CD music's even shitter. I mean, I'm not sure. True Gorn 3D, yeah, that'd be... I don't quite know what you mean, but... Wow, look, wow! The texture's scrolling the wrong way. Yeah, Gog should make another cycle, Bog. Look, they literally scroll the wrong way. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, like, people don't know how good they have it because they only remember the good games. And they have the nostalgia for good games, but Jesus Christ. Some of the shite they came out with back in these days. Just complete garbage. Did we? Okay. Oh, hello, there's a slime monster. No, it's a rat. This really is just someone scribbling in a map editor, isn't it? Am I like proper trapped now? What's going on here? How am I trapped now? How did I get trapped suddenly? Because there's no like auto doors or anything. Is it just how it's... Oh, okay. Oh, that just shows up as a... Okay. Get above. I think they were a little bit harsh on it. I mean, like, they should be, but, like, they weren't, like, easy going on it, I don't think. They did acknowledge its shitness. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, there's loads of monsters. Oh no, so many rats. I want to at least get to like a different looking place. Or maybe there isn't. Maybe it's all like this. I feel like the game suggested that we'd be in like offices and stuff at some point. But I mean, we can only hope. Well. Oh. Please be a ladder. Oh no, it's just a bunch of Uzis lined up, just in a cave. I mean 64's pretty bad because, like, you got to remember most magazines gave a game 70% just for coming out, so. How is this in any way revolutionary? Because it's just Wolfenstein 3D's engine. And it's not adding anything to it. And I think this came out after Doom. I think this was like 1994. And I believe it came out about the same time as the other Wolfenstein engine game they made. Which is odd, because it's like, why stretch yourself thin, why not make one good game instead of two terrible games? Yeah, I'm like the I'm the head of a rat disposal and finance. Oh man, maybe we'll get to the end where we see something different. Oh, there's the ladder. Oh, quick before we die. Hey, look, we gotta come out onto the street now. Finally. No, we're not. Oh, it is slightly brighter though. Oh wow, it's like, it's still horrible looking, but it's still horrible looking. Oh man, look! Oh, that's... Oh, I'm dead. Or something. Oh. Oh no. Thank you, Hugo Weaving. And that's just it, is it? Okay. Imagine not... Was I even able to... I kind of want to look up what the game types are, but it might be fun just to experience. What's R? Oh no! It's got a built-in randomizer. That's kind of cool, actually. I mean, I'm sure it's terrible, but like, respect anyway. Is that a Ghostbusters thing? Oh, okay. I don't know, it reminded me of Hugo Weaving for some reason. He's got that big mouth. I could imagine Hugo Weaving playing him in the movie adaptation of Operation Bodycount. 2 hours of shooting rats in a sewer. Do I really need to play any more of this? Because I don't want to. I think we get the idea, don't we? I don't know if there's anything else to really... What does network play do? Not network ready, oh no! What's it like on smallest size? What's it like on hard as well? Oh yeah! Oh, it's fast. Look at that. Wow, look at the speed. It's like we're playing on an Amiga 4000. Yay. You lose. Yes. More like chuck it in the binnacle. I'm going to move on to another game because this is too terrible to even... I know Jim's just arrived and I could show him, but I will spare him the horror of that one. Because we've got another terrible game to play instead. Oh, you did IRL train times, that's cool. Right, let's hey! Cheers, Jim. There's 40 levels! Oh no, it's... Oh, it is right, okay. I think I need to start again. There is going to be the Shatner one, yes. Right, let's... Yeah, I mean, anyone could do 40 scribbles in the level editor. Oh, Capstone. The flinical, the blibbilur. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I've been driven mad. Well, oh man, look at this CG. Wow. Oh man, this is like cinematic. Look at this. The same helicopter model loadout. Oh no, don't shoot a crystal with a laser. That never works that well. Oh no. These are the perpetrators. These are the ones to blame for this horror. Wow, I can barely hear anything. Music provided by a child's Casio keyboard there. Deluxe paint font, the sides of the wall. I didn't see that, I don't think. Exit building, hell yeah. Wow, look at that. Ah! He's hyped for high scores. We can retrieve store mission. What does that even mean, store mission? So we've got different modes again. Yeah, like the I'm playing on easy because I don't want to make this any more difficult for myself. Right, okay. Wow, why is this so quiet? I mean, it's good that it's quiet because I can't hear the terrible music, but... Oh, back on the Wolfenstein engine, they were still doing points. Wolfenstein 3D had points. Yeah, like, this is a big improvement already, to be fair. Not that that's difficult, but it is. But yeah, all these are based on the Wolf 3D engine, and Wolf 3D had points and high scores and stuff. It was actually really late in Doom's development when they stopped having points. They were going to have them until like the last few weeks of development. And there's even items. There's beta version items for like unholy relics that you can pick up for points. Okay, I just use this computer that just looks like decoration. And also they were going to have lives. There's going to be a live system in Doom, and the soul sphere, the blue like glowy orb, was going to be the extra life. And then they changed it to just be a health pickup, which is better in my opinion. That's neat, like an ammo vending machine. Health chamber. Oh, you can go... Oh, okay. Is that healthing me up? See, there's a few neat little things. Has anyone modded the points back in? Oh, nice. Coins and goblets, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely goblets involved. Blood also has... yeah. Okay, that's it then. Easy first level, that's cool. Oh man, there were only like 3 aliens. The music's so quiet, I want to hear how bad the music is. Oh, it's turned back down again. Here we go. Let's turn the sound effects down a little bit as well. Yes, they're like very tiny gobs. Is that better now? Love this music. Burr, burr. Corridor 7. Hey, did you know there was going to be a Corridor 8 in the build engine? But it got cancelled. I think there's an alpha version of it floating around. I don't have it on me, which is probably not a bad thing. She's a 10, but she doesn't like coins and goblets. Right, so the thing with this game is you have to kill a certain amount of the enemies on a floor to unlock the next floor. I think it's just a random name. There wasn't like 6 games before or anything. It's just like, I guess Corridor 7 is a major place you go to in the game at some point. I don't know. I think the chickens are going mental next door. So that's fun. They're keeping chickens next door. I'm not really sure why. We don't live in like the countryside where there's no shops. Maybe they just like keeping chickens. Oh no, intruder alert. Why am I losing health? What's ticking down? I don't understand any of this HUD. Something's damaging me, but I'm not sure what. which will be a theme going forward, by the way. Lots of oh, there's the computer. Credits and chalices, yes. Wow, look at that. That looks like a cool science device. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, is that it? Okay. Yeah, true. Maybe there's like radiation or something. Eliminate aliens to secure floor. Does this have a map? Yeah, we've got a map. Oh, and it just shows you where all the enemies are. That's handy. Hey, dudes. Oh, wow, that was easy. I mean, we are on easy mode, but come on. It doesn't even seem like a third. It seems like, oh, you killed a couple of them. That's all right. Access ground. America! Thank you, ammo. Oh yeah, this is getting groovy now. That ad-lib distorted honking, I love it. I like these eyeballs, they're very imaginative enemies. Whoever would have thought of having an eyeball? It's your oxygen? Is that what it is? Where was the elevator? I remember. And it doesn't like... Oh, there it is. This game's easy. Oh yeah, it's... Everybody dance now. It's like that. I like this pink tree. Oh no. Eyeballs. I killed 3 enemies and it's letting me carry on. Yeah, but like, it's like easy mode is too easy. Like, they should still make you play the game a bit. Even though it's terrible, but you know. Actually, this is like at least 10 times better than Operation Bodycount. Yeah, I guess it's baby mode. I guess I'm a big baby. Health me up. How does this work? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's pretty. That's awesome. If only, like, they were interesting. Love the way this game looks. You know what? Actually, this game, like, it looks a bit... It's a bit janky looking, but it's colourful. Which is a lot more than I can say for bloody Operation Bodycount, which looked like some brown shat on some green. Yeah, I mean, they're not good, but they're not bad either. Some of them are pretty okay. Like that door's pretty neat. It's like sort of got a shine to it. This one's a bit shit, but you know, can't win them all. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of Blackstone actually, which I don't think I played. Did I play it on that Apogee one? I don't think I did actually. I've been here. I'm just going around in circles now. Well, I've killed 0.01% of the enemies, so I can probably continue to the next. It does look a bit programmer art, but I mean, like I said, it's still a billion times better than Operation Bodycount. The fact that it's the amount of grey and like pure red, blue and yellow makes me think it was like a default palette in their graphics editor. It's like maybe their version of Deluxe Paint, which is what even a lot of PC games use to do its graphics. Maybe it had a palette that was like, here's pure red, here's pure yellow, here's a set of greys. And they were just like, that's fine. I think there was actually a DOS version of Deluxe Paint, which is weird to think about. Because I immediately think of the Amiga. But, there was a DOS version. I think I just want the elevator now, to be honest. I'm bored of this floor. Is this where it is? Oh, what's this? Even the badly scaled hand and gun looks better. Oh, it's just down here, isn't it? Yeah, I should play Blackstone on the channel. That's probably my favourite of the Wolf 3D engine games. Aside from Rise of the Triad, but that's a bit different. Security office. Wow, look at these like glass enclosures. Ah, you morphed from a thing. That's cheating. That's neat though. I like the morphing enemy. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not really it's on a different level really. I always found you can look up like the early beta versions of Rise of the Triad, like when it was going to be a Wolf 3D sequel, and it's crazy like how much it changed from that. Where's the blue thingy? I like how the map disappears after each time. Oh, it was that one. What a horrible mechanic that is. I wonder if that like summons enemies or something on high higher difficulties. Developers of incredible power, yeah. That's, if people don't know, that's what the team within Apogee who made, that's a good point. We've got a pew pew gun. But so far, yeah, no other weapons. That's strange. Have we missed something? Is there like a weapons vending machine? This game has slightly obscure mechanics, so maybe there's like a... Maybe one of these gives me a different gun. Or maybe there's like a billion levels, because a lot of these Wolf 3D engine games, because it's dead easy to make levels, you just scribble on a grid for a bit. There's often a lot of levels, like too many. Wolf 3D has like 60 something levels if you get like the full version, which you can't not get these days, which is ridiculous. And like, you kill Hitler at the end of episode 3, so why ever would you want to play past that? Like, that's what you're there for. Oh, that's neat. I mean, it's just part of the sprite, but it looks like lighting. Oh, look at this. There's like predator visions. We can be a predator. I mean, oh, let's not get into that again. Yeah, I know, it's aren't they called the nocturnal missions, which is hilarious. No, it's not, because it's not, there's no 3D to it. It's just like night vision or thermal vision. Although that is the sort of thing that a game like this would have as a selling point on the back of the box. I think a few games from this era tried to do 3D glasses O vision. I don't trust any of these filing cabinets. I'm never going to look at a filing cabinet the same way again. Well, hey. Wait, it goes like dark. That's funny. I guess only white stays white, and then if it's slightly darker, it goes black. And you turn on the crazy modes. Well, the in the red mode, I mean. Oh no! Look, so it's only the light grey that goes black. That's odd. Good music, very danceable. Wow. Oh, this slaps. Actually, it kind of doesn't. Now he's just put the same note going underneath it, so it's like meh, meh, meh. Oh, that's not bad. This is pretty good actually. Ah, yeah. What an odd mechanic that is. Kind of ahead of its time in a way. Like, you'd expect a game from like the early 2010s to have like, you know, eagle vision or spirit vision or, you know, one of those sort of visual modes. Oh no, that's not good. This tune's like good, but then bad at the same time. Yeah, made a clearance. Oh, what's that there? Oh, it's a little siren thing. Hey. Oh wow. Things are getting serious. Oh, that was a bit odd. It went a bit dissonant in the music for a second. Yeah, there. Oh, that's not great. What are you? Red access. Wah, 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 wah. Where's the elevator again? Want the elevator. I'm bored of this floor. Is it like all the way back to the left? I bet it's all the way back to the left, isn't it? And then round, yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's better, but it's not good. It needs some more variety. I mean, maybe we'll get to something different looking. But it's not seeming like it. Oh, look at this. Well, at least we can get through the levels quickly. I mean, we don't have to kill many. Although they do seem to be getting more and more aliens now. I've got to move my microphone. It's like in the way of the map. There we go. Yes, the shapeshifters, which I like. I like the shapeshifters. It's also really evocative of its time because around 94, morphing packages were all the rage. Like graphics software that could like morph a picture into another picture. Like, that was crazy at the time. Because you gotta think, like, Terminator 2 came out and that was doing stuff like that at the time. And you know, computers were getting better. Toys in goo. Oh yeah, Prey did have their mimics, didn't it? Yeah. Prey's really good. I was streamed that at some point. That's all I know how to say, apparently. Do you mean Kai's power goo? Is that what you're talking about there, Rim? Power goo's pretty cool. Power goo is basically the liquify filter in Photoshop. But back then, that was like, holy fucking shit. That was like a crazy new thing. Yeah, I've got both on my Steam. I think the old one was like, it's one of those games where I put my CD key in and it worked. Hey look, it's just full of crates. Am I out of ammo? Well, that's not good. Mutant form. Oh, okay. It's just that we're talking about morphing. And that was kind of about that. I think Power Goo had a morph function in it. Oh, let's just go. I'm not a fan of how that thing flashes red. All the floors look the same. What the fuck? Why do the enemies drop ammo? That's stupid. If I were those enemies, I would drop ammo. Because I'm a gentleman and a scholar. Wow, this tune's going for it. Wow. In a way, I've got to admire this musician's like unrestrained musical stylings. He's just going. He's not worried about the laws of like music theory or melody. He's just going for it. Yeah. Literally random notes there. Oh look, listen to it go. It's literally random notes. There's like no fucking chords, progressions or scales. I mean, you've got to start somewhere, but this person was being paid for this. Like, this is a professional musician. Like, anyone who's creative out there, take this as a lesson. Not to feel bad about how skillful you are. Or how not skillful you are. Because it turns out that anyone can just crap something out and be a professional at it. Can 1,000 monkeys at 1,000 keyboards make the soundtrack to Corridor 7? Well, too late, they already did. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that skull. What's going on with this red flashing? Is that going to the music? I think it is. That's awesome. Oh no! Brr. Oh no! Corridor 7. Did I not save at all? I didn't save it. Oh, it auto-saved. That's pretty handy. Oh, pardon me. If I recall, there's like a jump scare face in this that just goes blur. I wonder if we have to be at a certain stage or whether it will just come up. Let's just leave it for a sec and see if we get the jump scare face. It won't be that bad, so it'll be funny if anything. It might not be a thing yet, it might only be on later levels. I know there's just a random jump scare face. Oh, is the number to do with like the tiles and stuff? Because I think there's different types of mahjong with different tiles. Different numbers of tiles. I don't know a lot about mahjong, but I think that's a thing. I know fuck all about mahjong, if I'm honest, but I think I've heard of that. I always get a bit confused as to the definition of mahjong, because sometimes it's like a mahjong game is like 4 players and it looks like Hearts, Microsoft Hearts, with the players on each corner or side. But sometimes it's the big pile of tiles and you like take a tile away from it and it's like a solitaire game. Are they both mahjong? Are they just 2 different types of mahjong? Hey, we can go, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they skipped a few there. That's not on, is it? What's this room, by the way? Why would they make this room with like 4 squares in it? Oh, okay. So it's a number of variants, right? I know Capstone also did a game about Trump Tower or something, which is embarrassing for them these days, I'm sure. Or maybe they're terrible people and it's not. Who knows? Every floor looks the same. Let's save the game. Let's store mission. FML, that's appropriate. So I don't think anything interesting is going to happen. Yeah, look, all these floors are like the same bullshit. Oh yeah, this is probably, yeah. Oh no, I'm a skull. Trump Castle, the ultimate casino gambling simulation. Wow. Okay, we've got to move on. We can't do this anymore. Can we get like the... I want to get the scary face. Will it come up on like hard mode? I just want to quickly try it. Come on, scary face. Okay. Oh, I'm not fighting about with that then. I'm gonna exit. Oh no, he's coming for me. That's a pretty neat picture actually. It's not too bad. I'm gonna look at what Capstone software made. Just while we're in between. They made Terminator chess. Oh yeah, they did. Also Bridge Master. They made Search for the Titanic. Oh, well, I'm not playing enough for it to, you know, trigger more often. It's not worth it. Oh man, they made computerized colouring books. That's a game that they made. They made a Zorro game. They made a lot of casino games. Oh, there's a cheat mode. Hold on, I do want to see the scary face. What does that mean? Do I just type that in? Where do I type that in? Or is that like a command line? Command line. Well, how do I do that? Because it's like packaged up in DOSBox. I don't know what to do to get that to come up. There is a batch file. Can I edit the batch file? Oh, I can't see like it loading the game. Is there can I edit in the config? Oh, maybe. Oh, I can't see it. Called menu.bat. Oh, there's a menu.bat. Oh, this is too complicated. I don't know if it's worth it. Where's menu.bat? Is there like a did they handily add an option? No, they didn't. Oh, well, that's not helpful because I can't, because it's GOG, it's already packaged up to run without a command line, and I don't know what to edit to. Oh, there's menu.bat. So isn't worth it. Corrid 7 CD. Is that what the program is? Corrid 7 3D? It seems like it. Level 1 is C7 the exe file? Right, so Corrid's local keep files. I don't know what that means, but it's there already, so I'll leave it. Level 1 diagnostic. Let's see if that works. This won't be worth it, but we'll give it a go. Oh wait. Okay, it's why is it tiny again? Oh. Oh, it's alright. Which in-game. I don't know if, like, it's even working, but... You seem to have trouble with the fact that I can't really, Oh, there we go. Can you just tell me what the keys are, or some of them? Backspace W. 60 levels, what the fuck? Is there like a god mode and all the weapons? Oh wow, look at this level. Oh, it's a bonus level. Hold on. Don't just say yeah, put what it is. Oh, nice. Sounds like a good game. Let's store the mission. Okay. Yay. No, that's ammo. Gun. No. What's all guns? There we go. Right, let's see the guns. We've got to see the guns. Wow, look at this machine gun that fires really slowly. Empty level. Oh, that's pretty good actually. So were a lot of these levels just like test levels then? They're not like actual levels. Let's go to 30 then. Ah, you can force it. Locate and enter vortex. Wow. Right, let's do it. Get ready. Ah! Ah! Oh my god, it's so scary. Well, that's a bit gruesome. Is this you can 3D all of a sudden? Oh no, I crashed it. Oh, I did the jump scare too much. Oh well. That's a good time to move on. I overdid it. The game got too scared. It's time of Witchaven. We're now in the realm of CD-ROM. Even the Capstone logo's got its own CD drive. Oh man, you know this is real shit. Because there's credit. Is he a skeleton on a boat? Okay, he is. Oh, today's drink is strawberry and lime, Copperberg. Very, very adventurous, I know. Straying really far from my usual drink there. A lot of skeletons. This game likes its skeletons. Oh, spooky skeleton. If only the game looked like this. It won't. Actually, this doesn't look good either, so... Oh no! It's a spooky ghost! Really? This is what we're doing? Oh no! Skeleton archers. What was that then? What were the arrows? Look at this high quality video. It's so easy to see what's going on. This could have literally been the game, like, it's already, just have this be the first level. Okay, we're just ignoring that then, are we? I think he is doing a better job, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, Corridor 7 had some bangers, so... Still going. Oh, it's just flying now. I told you need your castle, bloody hell. This is 7/8 of the UCD space, yeah. That wouldn't surprise me at all. More skeletons. Apparently, there is actually a game in this, but I didn't know the intro went on this long. These are all basically blind playthroughs, by the way. I loaded them up to check that they work, but yeah, I don't like. I've seen these games on videos and stuff, but I've never played them myself. So, yeah. Oh right, it's someone else, is it? Yeah, it is surprisingly good. Hella CGI. What other games did Animation Factory work on then? Just for a point of reference on Animation Factory. Witchaven? Witchaven. Okay. Yeah. It's all got a bit Warcraft. It makes a weird noise every time you... I like how there's no options, but there's blood and gore. That's pretty good. Oh, there's only 2 options. I'll have that on easy. Animation Factory worked on one other thing. Oh man. I'm excited. Oh. Wow, thanks for the help. A TV series called Vampires. Why you don't use Build GDX for this? Because I'm lazy. Because this is just the GOG version. And it's going to be pain whether it's DOS or not. So don't worry about it. The next game will be in Build GDX though. You know what it is already. It's in the stream title. Yeah, here we go. Whoa. Okay, we've got mouse. Oh, scary. We've got mouse control this time. Uninverted. So that's gross. Is there an invert button? Disgusting. Oh, okay, we can... How do we attack that? Look at these good sprites. Yeah, I mean, it is Y shearing because it's old. This is build. This is the Duke 3D. Oh wow, that actually hurts you a lot. And it's like almost invisible as you're walking up to it, depending on what angle you're at. Does anyone know if there's a invert mouse button? Because there's one in Duke. I can press I and it doesn't seem to help, so... Or just turn off mouse lock would be fine. Turning off mouse lock would also be acceptable. These bloody developers, they never think of us fucking weirdo perverts who use invert Y. It's discrimination. Probably. It's already health critical. Oh, we've got a flask of mending or something. How do I... Oh. I've got magic spells. Oh, that's like a Morrowind noise. How do I hear 1? Is it 1? No. Oh, is it like invent? Ah. Yay. No, not. Okay, that worked anyway. I'm just gonna try not to look up and down much. I'm at 1 health. This game's brutal, it's not easy and I'm already nearly dead. Let's save before I die. I love this menu where it's just random sounds from the game. Oh, I've got the hiccups now. Oh, a skelly bob. Oh no! Wow, that's my heart. That's neat. Go away, skelly bob. Adamantine ring. So it looks like they've tried to do some RPG elements. So respect for that, I suppose. Oh look, there's little rats on the ground. What is this FOV, by the way? I really should have used Build GPX. It probably would have helped a lot. Oh wow. Oh, here we go, we're going down. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that stock fire there. Okay, that's rising. Yep, this is Lava Giant. We're playing Capture the Flag. It's that if you go, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Ah! It does the scary face. Jeez. Short sword is useless. Brilliant. Ooh, some shredded wheat armor. It looked like when you pick up armor in Chex Quest. We picked up some Chex Quest armor. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? This is the hidden sequel to Chex Quest that we never knew about. Oh man, look at this map. It's so mappy. Ah. I'm gonna die. What's even... That's bullshit, you can't do that. I like how we've got green of these guys and brown of these guys. I mean, that was a horrible sentence, but you know what I mean. Look, just let him have this one underscore. The character wants a sword. Just let him call it a sword. Oh no, run away. Oh no! So, I'm going to try, if you will indulge me for a brief second there. Oh look, a BBS. Let me see if I can... Oh, there's an enhanced version. That's crazy. Well, is that the enhanced one? I hope not. Witchaven. I'm going to put this in a source port and see if it works. If you will bear with me for a sec. Because it might work a little better for me. A source port, yes. It's missing? What's missing? Does it need explaining where it is? Come on, build GDX. It's right here. No, that's not even... That's not what I want. Ah. No? Right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, how goes the train times, Jim? Oh. Well, that's different. Hold on a sec though. Because there was options I missed. Oh man. We can have it at like crazy resolution. Oh, okay, that's cool. Let's play Witchaven GDX. Whoa. Whoa. I want it in like full screen, please. Can we get game capture on this? Yay! Yeah, this is the same game, just in a nicer source port. And hopefully we can invert the mouse. Yes. Ah, see what you did there. Also, it's going at 2,300 frames a second. That's fun. There we go. That HUD's a bit small. Let's make that bigger. Let's make the crosshair a bit bigger. I don't know what's going on with this music station. Go ahead, I'll go with it. Oh, okay, this is actually a proper engine then. A proper 3D engine, so I can look up and down properly. It still looks terrible, but you know, we've got frame rate and stuff now. Ah, so scary. Why would you do a jump scare like in the middle of combat? I've loaded it in a source port. This is build GDX. Wait, it's not converted? Oh, it is. Yeah. Yes, I have a short sword, but the weapons break, so The invert mouse from before has fucked me up, and now the non-inverted mouse fucked me up, and now I'm like my brain's the opposite way round. Ooh, the morning star. Wow, look at that animation. So smooth. No, it's a bad breed now, it's worse. Yay. Take this, barrels. This is great music. It sounds different now. Maybe I copied it because there was two versions. Maybe I was playing the enhanced version before. That's scary to think, isn't it? God, this feels so terrible. Short sword is useless, yes. I mean, it was useless before. It ran out of strength or whatever. Please, rattos. Wow, look at the sprite work going into them. Oh, hello, Skelly Bob. Can we? Oh, we got a... Yeah, cop mode, yeah. Who even cares? I'm cheating and I don't even care. I want to at least get to... probably. I wonder if it's like the original was meant to run at a different resolution or something. But yeah, I want to at least get to where I was, and then I'll turn off the cheat mode. But yeah, you only get like a melee weapon and you have to... And this was before developers realised no one wanted weapon durability in games. Let's pick up the Chex Quest armour again. Oh, look at that face, you can see all of it this time. Oh, look at these fucking sprites. Go away. Oh no, Morning Star is useless. Oh, now my short sword's damaged. It is a bit like that, isn't it? If only this was like now, though. Oh, look at that technology, a swinging open gate. That's the power of the build engine. Oh, was I meant to pick up? Oh. Oh no. You know, just pick up a pentagram. Oh, okay. Okay, let's turn off. Now we're back to where we were. Let's heal up and then lose it all again in like 6 seconds. Rockin' Shaolin. Is that one of those fighting games with digitized characters? Which one's Rockin' Shaolin? The colour scheme sort of 3D rendered PC game from '95. That's kind of the colour scheme. I'm just gonna run away, to be honest. The game's not giving me any good weapons. I don't get magic scrolls though. How do I use them? Oh, I did use one of them. I don't know what he's doing. Is it like super strength? No? Okay, I guess not. Oh. There we go. Mustard taste. Oh, bloody hell. These bloody RPG elements. Go away. Well, thank you, Hagby. Punches some dudes. I hope I get a ranged weapon. Anything will do. Well, the problem is, even if I find one, it'll be like, you know, crossbow is damaged. Find another one. Oh, there we go. Here's some arrows. Speaking of the devil. By which I mean a crossbow, or just a bow. I guess it would be bolts if it was a crossbow. Well, look, you can see it's the build engine. It's got stairs that go down several levels. It's pretty clever. It's high technology. Oh, morning star, aren't they? I don't think Daggerfall has anything to worry about. Let's just put it that way. And that's hardly a great combat experience either. Black key needed. I've never seen a black key in one of these. Usually it's they go for the primary colours, the keys. this game's clearly innovating. Oh, 2 open door scrolls. That's funny, when I walk, my view kind of bobs up and down. Do we have like a full screen HUD? No, we don't. Brilliant. Oh, we've been here. What's over here? Stop giving me arrows but no bow. He spat out some jam, yeah. Map 2, okay. Wow. This is some proper garden. Where do I go? Where do you stand? Oh, I need second level to use the spells. Oh man, it used the things automatically. It's handy. I never thought I'd be wanting to play Hexen, but I'd much rather have Hexen over this. Oh, it would take a game like this to make me want to play Hexen. A bit over there. Was it though? Was Hexen good though? The answer is no. Well, okay, it's good, but it's full of switch puzzle bullshit. What's the best fantasy FPS? Yeah, let's not count. Let's count like action based, not like RPGs. So like Hexen would count, Heretic would count. There's not that many though, other than them two. This is terrible. I'd probably say like a medieval. A medieval's one of the ones that is part of the slew of like new retro shooters, and it's very it's sort of Hexen meets Quake kind of. Kingsfield. I don't know. I think Kingsfield is more RPG-ish, really, isn't it? Or is it? I guess I don't know. Okay. Get ready. We're in for some. We're in for something. I'll tell you that. Oh, come on. Hey. Welcome to TekWar. Wow, look at this quality F&V. Look how easily you can see what's happening. Yeah, holy shit, this is awful. This is like sub-Sega CD, this is.
Oh, no.
I'm William Shatner, sometimes known as Walter Bascom, in a future I created called TekWar. Welcome to Capstone, and prepare to witness the technology of the future today in TekWar, the game.
Hey there, sport. What's the word?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't.
I'll keep it short and simple.
Okay.
Tech chip, tech headset.
What a shame.
Tech user. Tech fence.
Oh, horny.
Tantalizing. But only for a while.
I didn't know this game was
Well,
horny.
here are some tech realities. Addiction.
Oh, it's a drug PSA. Don't take tech,
Neural
kids.
damage. Death. Simple enough.
Oh, take second die. William Shatner's TekWar. The game. Wow, I didn't know. Oh man, this has got a meta. I already did that. Virtually, anyway. More like Capstone. Pew. Oh, that's still going. Wow. Chuck it in the binnacle. By the way, apogee was the height of gaming excitement, so wonder where they got that from. Capstone, that is. I think Capstone were after? I don't know, actually. Ooh, what's happening? There's a shiny man.
Subject PS2369. Holding a plate.
Well, this was after, again, this was after Terminator 2, so everyone was into shiny men in CG. Rise of the Robots had a shiny man. So you know it was the thing to do. What's even happening? Where's William Shatner? Oh, this is like Syndicate, this is. When does he apply the polymorphic rubber coating? Okay.
I suppose you're wondering why you're here.
Yes.
It's simple.
I really
You're the
am.
best. At least I think you are. You've already figured out that if this weren't important, you'd still be in cryosleep, so I'm not going to waste your time, or more importantly, mine. Last month, Miyoshi Nakahara and her family disappeared while sailing a 40-foot wind cruiser around
I like
the
how
world
my
that are
boss
believed
just
lost.
has TekWar written
A
behind
week
it.
later, Nikolai Petrovsky suddenly left his lab and has not been seen or heard from since.
Where are we here?
It's occurred to me that the disappearances were no accident. Oh, in case you missed the relevance, Nakahara is a Nobel Prize-winning cyberneticist whose forte is the Matrix. And Petrovsky is a noted cyber biologist.
Wait, is this my boss? Is this just William
The
Shatner
connection,
giving me
if
the
there is
mission?
one, could be the worst thing to hit this city since the quake of '22. If the tech lords have developed a way to broadcast tech using the Matrix, addiction would be universal. I don't intend to let that happen. That's where you come in. Find out if there's a connection and eliminate the threat. Do a good job, and I think I can get you released permanently. Screw up, you're back on ice.
Oh no. So yeah, like, was Shatner like my boss? If so, where was he? It was just in front of the logo of the game. I believe the Matrix is like the internet. Can I go to the Matrix yet? That's not till later. Yeah, Marty Dollar, Dallas DeMarco, Carla Rossi, Conrad Lowell, Sonny Hikori, Miles Connor, Janus. I mean, they're not bad names actually. They're pretty normal. Marty's Dollar's a bit dumb.
Quick, I'm uptown, and I just saw Marty Dollar. Get down here and help me bring him in. You start.
No, you're not.
Midtown
You're in front
and
of the
work your way
TekWar
through
logo.
the area.
Hey. This is TekWar, everybody. Welcome to some garbage. So I don't understand, like, who is Shatner? So, but he's my boss, it seems. Oh, he's just, excuse me, sir. Yeah, these are super cardboard cutouts. Hey. That's my thoughts exactly. Oh man, look. Oh, look at the jump animation! Or lack thereof. Boing, 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 boing. But the cubicle was already open, to be fair. Can't even open anything. Yeah, gotta get the Civvy references in. If you're gonna reference someone, it may as well be. Oh no, there's other ladies in the ladies' room. Do we get told off for this? Would it be like Deus Ex, where someone complains that we're in the ladies? Oh, godly. We have to get on the train. Can we quick save or anything? Let's just save. I know we've not done anything. That would have been pretty good. I think it tells you off if you shoot too many innocents. So that's something. Hey mate, how's it going? We'll work for Tek. Hey, yeah, train time. It's a proper working train, look. That's pretty good. I mean, Build Engine already has that, but it's pretty good. It's quite hard to get working in the Build Editor, so I'll give him some credit for that. Oh, it's level 1 map. Wow, look at that sky cut off. I mean, to be fair, that's not this game's fault. That's just how engines work. Oh no, look at that! Oh no, there's a guy on the back shooting me. So I think I have a gun. I forgot how to get it out. Okay, I'll just do that. See, this is the problem when you go out and about, is that it can be hard to see, like, who's actually shooting you a lot of the time. Is there a holster? Because the cops come after you if you have your gun out, so it's generally a decent idea to know how to holster it. I'm sure there was a button for it. Up, down. Holster weapon, slash. Oh, or mouse too. It's like the most obvious one ever. Do you see that bus turning round? What does that say? Coca Soga? Look at the bus turning. Yeah, look at it go. Realistic. Oh, what? See, this is the problem. You can't see his shit. Well, I mean that one wasn't too bad. But... like, who's shooting me now? Is it you? Oh, that was an exploding man. I guess that is an exploding man. Look at these people. This sprite, yeah. He had no animation frames. Well, he's got no animation frames for his sideways sprites. Look at that. Plus it's in Mercenary for it. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, what it is, I know what's causing that is in the build editor, the moving vehicles like follow nodes that you can place on the map. All they need to do is add more nodes so it's a smoother curve. I'm literally debugging their game for them right now. I mean, yeah, okay. To be fair, that one was obvious, but there are times when it's not. Because the sprites are so nondescript that it's like... you know, the damage could be coming from anywhere. Look at that. It's no like VersaLife headquarters statue, that is it? Majestic 12. You moron. All this gun is bad. That was a hologram. I think I'm losing health. Ah, shit. How do I get more health as well? That's a thing I don't know. Password required. Passage requires. Did I not get one? I'm sure when I fooled around in this game before, the red card was in it. Did that require a card? I can't remember. Oh, that needs a blue one. So I'll just have to... Yeah. Everything is digitized, look, I mean... Well, yeah, you could do that, I suppose. Oh, that's a red key card, okay. Was an android. Nice to know. It is quite a funny look, to be fair. Let's just shoot some innocent civilians. Oh, there we go. You can shoot who you want, but I think Shatner tells you off later. No, some of them actually are like androids and holograms. Okay, it's blue key cards here. It's in the main building. God, this game feels so shit. I think the androids act a certain way, but I don't think they look any different to... Ooh, health, thank you. AccuTrack. What are the Cas Duo converter? That one is the Cas Duo converter. What's this? The Cas Duo converter. What are these? This one is The Casio converter. Oh, what's this one? The Casio... is it Luo? Casio converter. Oh, what could this one possibly be? Oh, I'm awaiting with bated breath. It's the Casio Cola. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, it's a lot of Casio converters. You have to say it like that, otherwise it's not right. Which one's a flamer? Oh, that's a laser. I think actually the flamethrower is that one I was shooting before that had like 3 orange. It was the firing like groups of 3 orange things. I like how it's a clip with a K. It's a pistol clip. See it at the bottom where you pick one up. So yeah, I don't know where to go from here. I've got a blue and a red key. I've got whatever the green thing is. Is the frame rate on the stream bad? I've just noticed it seems much less smooth than I'm getting. Maybe that's just okay. Maybe it's just this monitor's a bit shit. Subway Zero map. Go forwards into the future. Hey, game looks great. Oh yeah, it does. To be fair, the subway is cool. Like the one. I know it's just part of the build engine, but it is neat to have like a working train that goes between stations. That is pretty neat, to be fair. I was just typing random things and it just came out sad, 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 sad. Oh, I love this tune. Oh no, you're an android. Bleeping at me. What are you? What? Oh, it's a teleport. You know it's a good teleport because it gives you no effect when you're teleporting. Right, we've got some flamer ammo. This is what the flamer is. Wow. Did you see that tremendous explosion? Bazooka? Give me some of that. Only in Matrix. Hey, that's pretty good. I like how it's just a toaster on the side of my face. Can I blow it up? Oh, that probably hurt me. So I assume we're going to have to find somewhere else to get in here. Oh, maybe there's a... Nice. Maybe one of these terrible rooms has a switch. EMP gun? Wow, that sucks. There might be in there, maybe. I don't know, we'll come back later. Through the teleport. Hold on, let's save. Sad. Conglomo silicon chips for industry. California Adway. Bayton. Hello. Oh look, it's a rotating door. The technology. Why would you have this? That's not what buildings have. You don't have like a marble floor just with a staircase going down into it. That's weird. California Adway. That pretty much is what it is, isn't it? Wait, was this like... I like how this is just here to have a window. There's literally all these staircases for it. You have to go up the stairs to our window area. Oh. Fuck. Wow. Oh. That makes no sense. Look at this. I guess it could be like a hologram wall or something. I'm gonna cross the police line because I'm a rebel. You can tell I'm a rebel because the music's like a organ having a spasm. But now it's a guitar having a spasm, but... Oh, okay, this is just the normal building. What is this building then? Is this an elevator? Nope, it's a closet. Should have pegged... Oh yeah, I know that joke. Lower, it's... Lower unpacked, upper unpacked. It's one of them. It's a Doom thing. Don't worry about it. It's to do with doors in Doom and where the texture scrolls from. Anyway. Was a hologram. Oh yeah. I'm here to talk about line deaths. Wow, they didn't even do pool. Is this after Duke 3D? It must have been, surely. I know Witchaven came out before Duke, didn't it? So maybe this did as well, actually. Okay, this predates it then. Interesting. Oh, like only just though. Wasn't there another build engine shooter that was like earlier? It was quite obscure. Fallout Shelter. Yeah, you know, that's what things are like in the world of TekWar. Oh wow, look at that. That's some proper missing texture bullshit going on. That pink, that might be built the source port, but also I wouldn't bet on it. Okay. Oh, there's a door here, and I was here before. Oh. Nah, there was another one. I'm sure of it. No idea what it was called or... And it was...
Marty Dollar's out of the way.
Nice.
Couldn't you have been more careful? The body count keeps rising, and it's harder and harder to justify it. We're not the killers. They are. Try to remember that.
Screw you, Walter Bascom. Does anyone know about the Walter Bascom thing? I didn't know that. When is he Walter Bascom?
Dallas DeMarco is a small-time tech lord operating uptown somewhere near the hospital. He may know something about what's going on. See if you can shed any light on the situation. He's worth more alive than dead, so don't get too trigger happy. Oh, by the way, keep in touch.
Gamma was so dark. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Oh, so, well, you don't say sometimes known as. You say that if... you say that if it's like a stage name or whatever. You don't say sometimes known as Captain Kirk, like... Oh, okay. I swear, maybe it was like it came out later but used an earlier engine. Maybe that was it. Don't know what, like, station it was supposed to go to. Oh, Rim with the hot takes. Is that tech? Oh, you mean that? No, I think that's actually in the original. Like, it's in Duke 3D anyway. Oh, this tune's good already. Oh, this is terrible. I love it. Oh, it's getting worse and worse. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is terrible, but I kind of love it. Oh, look at that. Oh, this game's the best. I think the purple might be a source port thing because it's part of the sky texture. It's like the bottom of the sky texture. What's going on with this fucking music? It's like honking at me. What's that noise? It's like a little duck going, having a go. Oh, that's amazing. Whoa, who's shooting me? There you are. Yeah. Maybe this is like that Resident Evil composer who was deaf and was using a ghostwriter the whole time, but then he did one that sounded terrible. It was clearly just him. I don't think that's actually what happened. There is a tune in like Resident Evil Director's Cut. There's just a load of honking. You've probably heard it. It's a meme. But I've heard the theory that it's like it's just set to the wrong instrument. It like uses the trumpet when it should be using like an atmospheric sound. Oh no, got in the dustbin. Yeah, you would think. I'm gonna have this as my stream intro music. Some of them are shooting at me. There was a lot of like innocence as well, but it's hard to like discern because the graphics are so terrible. And everyone's just a pixely mess. Like, who's shooting me right now? Look at how the laser explosions like. Look, even this. No animation on that. Mate, this is. Oh, that'd be a good one to do because it's like. If it ends up sounding shit, it's like, right. Oh, jeez, I mean, Syndicate Wars doesn't look this bad. I mean, be fair. There are, look, you see the stupid red bits? A lot of them are just hit scan though. So the pink bit, that shade of pink that you can see, that's the colour the build engine uses for its transparent bits on textures. And I think this is just a renderer issue in this source port that's showing that instead of like just black or whatever. Because that pink is the transparent colour. And it shouldn't actually be visible in the game itself. This music is fantastic. Oh, it's so good. Like, it's bad, but in the best way possible. Solid waste. This is where this game should go. Look at this. Like, just align your textures. It's not that hard to do. Oh, the van pushed me off even though I was above it. That'd be. Yeah, I want the TekWar original soundtrack. Yeah, no, it's like. Run away! Oh, what happened to this part of the music? I missed this part. Or is it? Is the tune just really long and it didn't loop? Because I feel like we didn't hear this bit of the tune for ages. Or is this a different level? No, it's... Yeah, that could be it. I didn't know MIDIs had like loop points in them. Or I feel like I'm not sure if I've heard that in a MIDI. So let's go. Yeah. But the MIDIs have loop points that they can like loop back to a certain point. I know that's in. You can do that with tracker mods. It's the B command in at least one format that I know anyway. Big guy with this dumpster. I like how the rubbish van just runs over people. Well, this is absolutely MIDI that's playing now. I'm not sure, there might have been CD audio, I'm not sure. It would certainly be era appropriate to have that. Good idea. Thank you. Sad, sad, sad. Do you know the music? It's going like... It's like going down and down, even past the point of sensible notes. Holy shit. Not what they've done right. They've got this fan on the ceiling. That's fine. They've tried to make it look 3D. That's fine. But instead of a shadow, they just put the fan there again. They forgot to make because you can set palettes for each sprite you put down in build. They forgot to make the palette black to be a shadow. I'm pretty sure that's what's happened here. Or it could just be another fan just embedded into the ground and just spinning for no reason. Run away. Oh shit, man. Wait, look at the ceiling fan. Oh shit. Oh yeah, look. What was up with the ceiling fan? I know the supports are like sticking through. Can we get up there now? Capstone. Hey, look at this though. They've tried. Maybe not actually. They didn't do that good of a job. This music though. Yeah, I was almost impressed that they made like a 3D bridge out of sprites, but they forgot the bottom of the bridge. So I don't know, it's not as good as. Ooh. Look at him sliding along. Oh, this game's incredible. No health. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Jay. Allow charges. Oh wow! Oh, look at that! Got a rear view mirror. That's incredible technology. Oh wow! Look at that! It's like I'm playing Hell Screen. Has anyone seen Hell Screen? It's a demo on Steam at the moment. It's got a cool art style. It's all red and side. Really? The bit earlier didn't put you off? Why did that hurt so much? Is it like hot water? I'm really in hot water now. Oh, okay. Listen to the music. think that's a good idea. Incidentally, you can't actually buy this anywhere. Presumably it's like in legal limbo because of all the William Shatner stuff. I got this off an abandonware site. So the legality is dubious. But I don't care. No one's making money off this shit. Who would want to buy? Oh, this would sell a bunch just stuff from meme purchases. I would buy this. Just for the soundtrack. Oh no. I like how I'm on a screen all of a sudden. Yeah, I guess I'm making money off it. Oh, the source code's out there? Okay. Well, no, but that doesn't mean the assets are... I don't think there's a legal battle. I think it's just one of them things where no one's... I mean, I was just speculating with the licensing stuff because that's usually the issue with these things. Because the thing is, they're already selling Corridor 7 on GOG. They're already selling Operation Bodycount. No, because like they're selling Operation Bodycount, and that's far worse than this. So that can't be it. And if they're selling Witchaven, they're selling all the other Capstone and FPSs. So I'm assuming it must be like a licensing thing with William Shatner. Well, that's fair enough. Well, I mean, I got it from an abandonware, so, you know, it is what it is. If it's illegal, then it's not, then it's not. It should be in the library. Send it to the British library as well. What do I even... Wait, you can just shoot that? You just shoot those? I fucking ran away from one earlier. They even are the turrets. Frog's underpants adventure in Funky Town. Yeah, but that would suggest that it's funky. Oh man, look at that. Look at that carefully cut out image there. Yeah, even like the shitty like Steam asset flips and stuff. Like somewhere in Congress should be a copy of Try Not to Fart by Silver Dollar Games. Exclusively on Xbox Live Indie Games. Yeah, apparently, oh yeah. That'd be great. But you have to have gloves on, and you have to like press the buttons with tweezers or whatever, like with old books. I mean, I recommend wearing gloves when playing this game anyway. It's just sensible. Oh, I've just been here. I think I killed the guy that I wasn't supposed to kill. Yeah, it's got the little arm things. You put your arm into them. Oh, I don't fucking know. That's crazy that I've got a rear view mirror though. I like that. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I know why I'm going and I'm getting tired. I think that's enough for that on a permanent basis. Let's keep the song going though for the ending. Gotta do that. Oh no! Oh, it doesn't carry on when I alt tab out. Hold on a sec. I play this song at my funeral. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching this garbage. It was fun, if a bit painful, but yeah, it's all good. You've got to play some. Sometimes you just got to play some shitty ass games. It's healthy. It's healthy to do that. Just so you can appreciate the good games, you know. So yeah, you got to do that. So yeah, next week I'll be playing Doom maps. I'll be playing the map I made for Ramp and other maps that are part of Ramp. And maybe I show off DP's really bad on purpose map as a bonus thing. Yeah, exactly. Can't make it next week. There will be a VOD, so if you just search Ark's Happy Fun Failure Zone on YouTube, I've been uploading VODs of everything, so it'll be there. So yeah, that'll be it, I think. Yeah, just search for Ark's Happy Fun Failure Zone, you'll find it. That's a threat. I've been uploading tech VODs. Anyway, see you later, everybody. Bye. Bye.